Welcome to the RJI Futures Lab, where we help you make your organization more innovative. I'm Ruben Stern. This week, organizing photos from multiple smartphones and automating sports stories at the Associated Press. Organizing photos from a smartphone can be a big challenge, and it's even more complicated when you have multiple people taking pictures of the same event or story. Thankfully, several new apps make it easier to create shared photo albums. The Futures Lab's Daniel Shapiro checked out several options.
Photo collaboration apps give users the ability to create collaborative albums that are built by multiple users. Each app does this by having someone create an album, then inviting others to contribute to that album. Invitations are sent via text message, email, or shareable web links. Once an album has been created, users select individual photos to upload from their smartphone. After photos have been gathered, users can download or export the photos to storage services such as Google Drive. When an album is finished and ready to be shared, users are given a URL that they can publish on their website or share via social media or email. Most of the apps have a social network type feel. They all allow users to caption, like, and comment on photos. Each app has built-in mobile notifications that alert contributors when photos have been added, commented on, or liked. To determine the key differences, we took a look at 5 popular collaboration apps: Crossroad, Bundle, Cluster, Carousel, and Moments. All of the apps are free and available on both Android and iOS. Crossroad is a simple app. A user creates an album, or crossbook. Once a crossbook is finished, it can be downloaded to a phone, deleted, or shared as a URL. Crossroad's distinguishing feature is that it uploads photos in the background on a phone, allowing other apps to be used simultaneously while posting photos. The app developers told us that they plan on adding the ability to upload video in the future. Bundle provides the option of backing up photos to a third-party storage service such as Google Drive and Dropbox. On iOS, Bundle has a feature called Auto Album. When uploading a large number of photos, Auto Album will pick the best 10 to 20% of photos. It looks for photos that are in focus and have smiling faces, and it rejects duplicate photos. The developers told us that they plan on adding Auto Album to the Android version once they've perfected it on iOS. Cluster is an app built on versatility. It allows users to upload photos, videos, and notes to an album in addition to taking photos from within the app. Once an album has been built on Cluster, users have the option of creating an archive that they can then download. Carousel is an app created by Dropbox. When users create albums, photos are automatically uploaded to a Dropbox account. It provides the option to free up space on a smartphone by erasing photos that have been added to Dropbox. Users can opt to have all photos and videos on a phone uploaded, or they can choose to select specific files. Carousel has a chronological timeline sorted by months. This allows users to quickly navigate to a point in time when choosing photos. Moments is an app developed by Facebook that is separate from the Facebook app. Moments only creates private albums that cannot be shared as a link. To share an album, photos would have to be exported, either to Facebook's main app or a third-party storage service. Instead of inviting contributors via email or text message, Moments instead sends invitations through Facebook. Like the other apps, you can create your own albums and add and delete photos. But Moments also can recognize faces in photos and suggest albums automatically based on who's in the pictures and when they were taken. Heads up, Moments isn't available in Europe because of legal restrictions on facial detection software. There's not a real clear winner in terms of which app you should use. If your newsroom is already using Dropbox a lot, then Carousel is definitely the way to go. If you're using Facebook extensively, Moments is good, but not for breaking news situations because the photos have to be downloaded or manually posted. Bundle, Crossroad, and Cluster are all very similar, but with subtle nuances. If you're picking from the 3, go with whichever you prefer. For the Futures Lab, this is Daniel Shapiro.
You'll find more information about the apps along with this video. In the fall, the Associated Press plans to use an automated technology called Wordsmith to produce thousands of college sports stories from games not previously covered. Futures Lab reporter Berkeley Lovelace tells us how it works.
Wordsmith works by first receiving game scores and player highlights from the National Collegiate Athletic Association, specifically Division II and Division III sports. Then it looks for any significant trends or patterns in the numbers and compares it to previous coverage. For example, it would likely notice if a player performs significantly better in one game than another.
A lot of the same things you'd see in a box score, for example, but in more of a narrative form, so that, something that somebody can actually read and not just agate.
Next, Wordsmith structures the data into a story around the most important insights. It decides whether to create the story through a visualization, a long-form narrative, or even a tweet.
So you sort of set up this frame for what the story is going to be like, and there are different templates.
It publishes the story to where it's designated, like a content management system or a social media post. This isn't the first time AP has used automated technology. The business desk uses it to produce stories for quarterly earnings reports.
Every quarter, traditionally, you've had, a lot of papers have business writers who have to drop everything and just write about what these particular companies have announced as soon as they announce it.
Those stories are generated automatically with data from an investment research firm.
I think the main thing for us is that it frees up our reporters' time.
Myers says he doesn't see small or medium-sized news organizations using this technology, but thinks it lends better to news services like AP. For the Futures Lab, this is Berkeley Lovelace.
And that's it for this report from the RJI Futures Lab. I'm Ruben Stern. We'll see you in the future.